What's going on, everyone? Rob here with Arkeeler Outdoors. I just want to give you guys a quick tackle tip. So I got asked the question on one of my videos where I was flipping shallow grass at Chambers Lake. What size weight do I flip? And I just wanted to make a video because this is the simple, most complicated part of flipping. I mean, there is no one weight is the right answer. So just wanted to talk about the weights and when I use them and what I do with them. Here in front of you, you have the different weights I use. So they're all Woo Tungsten weights. 1.5 ounces, 1 ounce, 3/4, 1/2, 3/8, and 1/4. So when and where. So for grass, I'll start off with grass because grass and wood, the two things I flip here in Pennsylvania the most, are totally different. So this 1.5 and this 1 are only for the thickest grass that you could find. And most of the time it's not even grass, it's going to be primrose or some other kind of bush that you're trying to punch in through. And the weight for getting through grass is just as heavy as it takes to get your bait through. So if it takes 1.5 ounces, you put it on. Hope to God it doesn't take 1.5 ounces because you're in for a long day if you're trying to catch fish under that. Ideally, I'd want it to be 3/4 to 1 ounce. That's my comfort weight, and that's usually the heaviest I have to go here in PA for our grass and the little bit of mats we get. Only a few times in my life have I ever gone up to that 1.5 ounces and attempted it. So heavy enough to get through the grass. That's the bottom line for that one. Now getting to wood. So wood is a totally different monster because you're not trying to punch through the wood. You're trying to fish around it. So to be honest with you, I always start off as light as I can go, 1/4 ounce first. And if they're biting the 1/4 ounce, great. Don't change. Keep throwing that 1/4 ounce. Use that for grass edges too if you're punching on the grass edges. Something to play with then. If they're not biting that 1/4 ounce, but you're pretty sure they're in wood and shallow cover, step it up. Maybe jump all the way up to that 1/2 ounce. See if that gives you a better reaction strike because it's bringing that bait by them faster. Even go as high as 3/4 of an ounce some days, just to test that fall rate to see if that makes a difference. And that's whether it's a worm or a creature bait. This applies to both of them. So like I said, I'm always going to start with that 1/4 ounce. If I can get them to bite on that 1/4 ounce, that's just the easiest on your body and the easiest to make cast after cast and the less likely to get hung up. My favorite weight to flip around here is probably the 1/2 ounce if I was being completely honest. And that's because of a different reason, something we have going on up here in PA. We have a lot of our lakes where we have overhanging bushes, overhanging trees, where there's 6 to 10 foot of water up under that tree. And it's the reason I throw a jig a lot here in PA because it skips so well. I could get it up into that water that only a handful of anglers each day are getting up into, that real nasty stuff where it looks like it's not coming back out of. I'll get my jig up in there. Also, if you peg your 1/2 ounce and you have a nice creature bait, like say D-Bomb's the one I throw the most, that skips really well with that flat profile. If you peg that weight, you could get that to skip up in there pretty easy with a heavier rod. Of course, you could skip a weightless Senko or something like that up in there, but you don't quite have the power sometimes, depending on the cover you're skipping into. So I like that 1/2 ounce because it seems to be the easiest to skip. 1/4 ounce takes a little more fine tuning. You got to be a little more gentle with it, and that's not always my strength. So another factor is pegged or unpegged, and I'll be honest with you, every time I think they're on a bite in whether it's grass, wood, I take 2 setups with me, 1 pegged, 1 unpegged. If you only have 1 setup, what you do is you can put the bobber stop on, slide it up the line from time to time, 3.5 foot up your line, just to leave that almost unpegged action on that plastic. But I like to have 1 of each because I love to throw unpegged soft plastics into wood cover. I like that natural fall behind the weight. I like how sometimes it could go over a piece of the cover and you can kind of yo-yo with it and get it off that weight and get a little better action. There are some days where you need it peg going into that wood cover because you just need that compact fall because you're looking for a reaction strength. And that's why I say I have both. So, as far as material, I use all tungsten just because it has a little better feel. And the most important part about using tungsten is it's much more compact. I do have some lead in this box. Let me show you this lead real quick. So here's a 1/4 ounce lead. Here's a 1/4 ounce tungsten. So you can see the size difference. And that makes a big deal when you're punching through cover, that more compact size. So if you're actually going in the grass, tungsten is preferred. I understand I have these because some days when you're flipping in wood and you broke off your 5th straight one and now you're down $15 in tungsten, you just want to put on the ones you got 15 for a couple bucks on. So that's why I do have the lead for days where I am just having a frightful time and losing tungsten after tungsten, or if I'm just fishing for fun on a day where the fish always means something, but a day where the fish doesn't mean first place in a tournament. So just some things to think about. Just a quick tackle tip for you guys. And I think I'm going to put out a video asking for suggestions from you guys every once in a while to see what you want me to go over in a quick video. So if you guys like that idea, drop me a comment, drop me a like. I appreciate everyone following along, and I hope you guys have a good day. Just one more thing, guys. I have recently come up with a couple different t-shirts. I have a boat flip one, and I have one that says, "I'm not here to relax, I'm here to fish" shirt. If you guys like them, I'll drop the link in the description. Check them out if you want to grab one. I really appreciate it. If you don't, that's okay too. I just appreciate you guys following along and subscribing. So thank you. And like I said, have a good day.